3, and I'm going to go left 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what does that mean? It means this first one is negative 1/3. The second one is negative 2/3. And then this third one is negative 3/3. But instead of that, you're going to write negative 1.
Yeah.
All right, so now where does negative 2/3 go? Well, it's the one that aligns with it. It's 2 over, or 2 to the left, like that. So let's try another one here.
Okay.
Did you get these down? I'm sorry, I don't want to go too fast for
No,
you.
yeah, it's fine. I got them down.
Okay, so let's look at something like 6/7. Okay, 6/7 is positive, so you're going to start with 0. And how many marks are you going to make? How many vertical lines are you going to make?
7.
7. Yeah, it's based on the bottom numbers. You go 1, 2, and maybe yours will already have it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first one, which I'm just going to point to, the first one is 1/7. The second one is 2/7, 3/7, 4/7, 5/7, 6/7, and then 7/7. Now, if you need to, you can label them, right? But that's up to you. I don't know what your instructor wants. But the very last one, yes, it's 7/7, but you really want to leave it as positive 1.
Do you think you can go to 9?
Yes, we're going to do that. I just want to make sure these fraction ones are clear.
Yeah, those fractions make it clear now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's look at one with yeah, we'll do that next. All right. So let's go because this one adds a couple things. So let me do this. Let me do one slightly different. Let's do 0.75 first. We'll talk about this one. So here's 0. Okay. Now you have to know what to break this up into, and there's actually several different options. Okay. Go ahead. What comes to mind? No, tell me what comes to mind, because that's what I was going to ask you.
25.
Yes. So 0.25, but you have to know how many how many quarters go into a whole, sort of thing. Like 0.25 is really a fourth.
Normally you should go by 10.
Well, you can, it depends on the problem, because if I ask you to graph something like 0.05.
Oh, what?
Right?
Yeah,
you might go by 5, or you could go by 1. Like, there's a lot of options.
Because you have to get there with a 0.5. So you can't go up by 10s. You have to go up by 25, 15, and 2.
Right. But the bigger issue is, like, if you don't know what this decimal is as a fraction, which is, I think, one of the things we were working on last semester, you don't know how many of these marks to make. So if you're not sure, you can sort of label like, okay, that's 0.25. And then the next one is another 0.25, which is 0.5. Now, if you're not sure how I get that, I'm coming off to the side here, and I'm adding that to it. And then the next one is 0.75. And then
the next one's 1.
Yes. Okay.
So basically for number 9, I do 8, and then I do like 8.25, and then another line 8.5.
That's right.
Another line 8.75, and then circle that.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so let's try.
Let's do a couple. Can we do a couple more, because I don't feel comfortable with
I want to show you a negative one here. So let's go negative 1.3. Okay. So normally I say start at 0. This time you're going to start at negative 1.
Yeah.
If you want to, you could start at 0, but we're going left this time. We're going left because of the negative. Now you got to decide with the 0.3 what you're going to go up by, what your increment is.
0.1.
Yeah. So again, if you want to, you can write them out, but it's when you say 0.1, I think of it as 1/10. Yeah. And I know that means there's 10. If you can't do that, you've got to count up by 0.1. So it's minus 1.1, minus 1.2, minus 1.3, minus 1.4, and so on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this is minus 2 over here. You can label them if you want. I don't know what your instructor wants, but you got to get that minus 1.3 in the right spot. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 negative.
Yeah. Wait, so you subtract negative?
Well, when
Oh,
you're going left is
yeah,
negative.
because how else? Because yeah, it's instead of gaining, it's really going back gaining. I don't know. It's a little weird.
However you want to think about it is okay. There's a lot of ways that are correct. The main thing is you have to know that you're going left.
Okay,
Okay, so you ready to try one?
sure.
All right, how about minus 5.25?
Okay.
And take a moment to work on that and let me know when you're done.
Well, how would I show you?
You don't have to show me. Let me know when you're done though, and I'm going to draw the answer.
Oh,
Are you,
okay. Yeah,
are
I'm
you-
done.
all right. So the answer here's minus 5. And then there's a line, a line, a line, and then another line. This is minus 6. So there should be a total of 5, but you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And
Yeah,
then
I put 5.
your dot goes right there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Do you want another one, or do you think you understand this?
I understand it. That one. Do you think we
So
can
here's
help me?
good.
Oh,
I've got
no,
another
you can
idea.
go.
Yeah, let me give you one more here that I think could be a little bit different. Let's say it's 7 1/3. How would you draw this one?
Okay. Mhm. I don't get it.
Okay. Let's just say it was 1/3. What would you
Yeah,
do?
that's easier.
Okay, so you'd start at 0 and you'd go out 1, 2,
2, and
3.
then another line, and then draw what, and then put it on the first dot.
Oops, sorry about that. Let me get that. Ah, sorry. This thing window got messed up. Okay. So 1/3 isn't too bad. It's right here. Okay. Do you agree with that?
Yep.
Well, 7 1/3, all that means
You
you're
just write
starting,
7 and then
you're going
8
then.
at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's what I was thinking.
Sometimes you have to just go with what you think is right, especially if it looks kind of familiar to something you've already
Normally,
done.
if I think what's right, I mostly get it wrong.
Well, let's have some more confidence going into this year. I mean, it's a fresh start. You know, you've got a chance here to really impress your teacher with what you know and what you've been learning. All right. Do you want me to give you a couple more, or move on to something else, and then we can come back to?
Do one more with whole numbers, please.
You mean we need to choose decimals or fractions? What do you mean by that?
Fraction number.
You want a fraction? Okay.
Yeah, mixed fraction.
Let's go -1 and 3/7.
Okay.
Do you want to try this one on your own, or do you want me to show you how to do this?
Yeah, I got it. I already
Okay.
know how to- yeah,
Okay, let me know when you're done and I'll draw the answer as well.
I got it.
You're all done?
Yep.
Okay, so here's -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to get you to -2. And then the -1 and 3/7, you're just going left 3. So you got 1, 2, 3 right there.
Okay. I thought it was just one.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was just one, but I got it.
Okay, let's have you try another here because I really got to make sure you got this down. Let's say it's a -8 and 3/4.
Okay.
Try that one for me, please.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so here's
For
the
sure
correct
got it.
here's the correct answer. You start at -8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's -9. And then your dot's going to be
The
1,
third
2,
one.
3, like there. So you're like you can almost think of that starting one as 0, 1,
Flipping it.
2, 3.
Mhm.
Okay, is that all right?
Yeah.
We'll do some more at the end, but let's see if we can get through everything first. Else first. Sound good?
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
So in number 30, 374,
Yes.
I wrote an example is -2 equals 2. So I didn't really know what that meant. So can you go back to that? And it says like define negative integer, give an example of a negative integer and then give it its opposites. So like I didn't really understand that. So in math, I was stuck on that, so I couldn't move on.
Okay, so let's start with what are called the natural numbers. Have you ever heard of
Mhm.
those? The natural numbers start at 1 and they go up by 1. So these are the natural numbers and they go on forever. Do you
Yeah.
see that? The
Yep.
whole numbers, this includes all the ones we just said and 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now the integers, they include the negatives of each of these. So it's like -3, -2, 0. I'm sorry, I messed up there. -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Do you see how every number has an opposite?
Yeah.
Okay, so every number has an opposite. Okay, so for example, if you're given 8, what is its opposite?
Negative.
-8, yeah. And let's say you're given -6, what is its
6.
opposite? Okay. Now, what do you notice about when you add these two numbers together?
You get 0.
Yeah. So when you take the opposite and add it to whatever, you take a number and its opposite, you always get 0. Doesn't matter if it's -1.3 or if it's 5 1/8. And its opposite, you always get 0 when you add
0.
them together.
Because that ends up just filling in.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, the idea here, moving past that, this idea of absolute value.
It is the distance between 0.
Right. So, that's maybe not always helpful. It always returns a positive number. Okay. And there's a little exception here, but so the absolute value of 3 is 3.
Yeah.
The absolute value of -3 is also 3.
Negative. No, 3.
It always returns a
Oh,
positive.
yeah. Yeah. That's what I think of it as whenever I'm doing that math. I'm like, okay, -12 is 12. 12 is 12. And it's just.
Right. So the absolute value of -5.5 5.6 is 5.6. The absolute value of
Mhm.
5.6 is 5.6. It always returns a positive number.
Yeah, and
Is that clear?
the absolute value of -4 plus the absolute value of -10 is 14.
Okay, now we're going to look at those differently because those are. But is this clear? Is this understanding that absolute value
Yeah.
returns a positive number? Okay. All right, so we're going to do this in steps here. What is the absolute value of -3?
3,
What is the absolute value of -10?
10.
What is this operator in the middle that I've written here?
What?
What is this operator that I'm circling?
Addition?
Addition. Now, order of operations. Here's addition.
Dash. Mhm.
Absolute value is more like parentheses. Think of absolute value as parentheses. So which do you do first? Addition or absolute value?
Absolute value.
Yeah. So you do each of these first, and then you bring down the operator. So what is the final answer here?
Yeah.
I'm asking you, what is the final answer?
Oh, 13.
13. Yeah. Okay. So notice that you treat them independently. It's like you don't even care what's going on in the middle because you
Mm-hmm.
first find the absolute value because absolute value is like parentheses. Okay. So let's try another problem here. Absolute value of -6 minus absolute value of -4. You want to look at this problem here and first deal with the absolute value.
Yeah. So the first absolute value of -6 is 6.
Okay.
And drop it, yeah, drop the 4, and it's 4 because the absolute value of -4 is 4. Drop that, and then minus is 2.
Yes. Okay. So let's
Yeah, you're like my teacher. You like to go down the page.
you're going to do this more often. So that this is a good time to work on that strategy, working vertically. You're going
Yeah.
to work vertically because if you think about it, what I just, if you follow, go back to what I said, like we did this part of the problem and then this part of the problem. And like we're almost like ignoring this middle part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's what you have to do. You kind of have to isolate your, what you're looking at there.
Yeah.
So let me give you a couple of problems here to try. Absolute value of 9 plus absolute value -3, absolute value of -4 minus absolute value of -2. All right, could you try these problems for me, please?
Yeah. I could just do it. I already did it in my head like in 2 seconds.
Okay, what's the answer?
12.
Okay, and for the second one?
2.
Okay, now would you get credit from your instructor if you just gave the answers?
No.
Okay,
You
so
would get subtracted points, but I do the math first, but of course I know that we have to drop that and everything. So I know the answer, but I just don't write it down until I just finish everything and then I write it down.
okay, so
It's technically basic addition and subtraction. So really it's easy to do in your head, just you have to show your steps and
yeah, I'm gonna encourage you to show your work as
yeah,
you go.
I'm doing that regularly. It's just I know I can do the mental math with that.
Well, the thing is I can give you more complicated problems where you won't be able to do that, and
Oh
you're trying to
yeah.
build up the right practice for that. Okay, I mean, that's really it for those absolute value problems. There's not much more to say about those. And we can look
Can I
at some word
quickly get water?
problems. I'm sorry?
Can I quickly get water?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you. I'm back. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm looking at your word problems, just trying to figure out if there's questions there about how to do that. What else would you like us to work on today?
Um,
There must be more than this that you're going to be
Can you
tested
help
on.
with number 12?
Sure.
Because that didn't really make sense to me. Wait. Oh, wait, never. Oh, that didn't make sense because I just didn't read it right because it said the table shows overnight low temperatures with the low temperature on Wednesday was between the second and third highest.
Yeah. So they're
So
telling you to put these numbers in order.
wait, but the second highest is Friday and the third highest is Thursday.
Right. So what I would tell you to do is put them in order, which means that the smallest is -11, followed by -8, followed by 7, followed by 18.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. Now it says, give a possible temperature for Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah.
So the low temperature on Wednesday was between the second and third highest temperatures once shown. So 18 is the highest. 7 is the second highest. -8 is the third highest. So you're trying to pick something between these two numbers. So 3 is correct. But so is 4, 5, really any number between -8 and 7.
Yeah, but the thing is, my friend said it's 8. Like they thought the second highest was -11 since it was higher than -8, but it's the lower technically. But I don't know. It's weird.
18 is the highest. 7 is the second highest. -8 is the third highest. -11 is also considered the fourth highest, even though it's not the highest. It's a language thing. It's a language thing. How about 11? Is 11 clear?
Hmm?
Is 11, how to do 11 clear?
Oh, yeah. I just
Okay.
like messed up. I could have just done Haley and marked their times down next to their names, and you would just know.
Okay, let me see if I can find a quick couple more word problems like this where you have
Wait,
to
so really any number would have been fine under 7 and
anything
8.
between -8 and +7 would have worked. There's multiple answers.
So I could even do negative. Oh. Okay, it's way easier. I could just put a random number between that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Because that could have messed me up.
Okay. What else would you like to work on today?
Didn't I send you that other page?
Yeah, but there's not a lot there for
Okay,
us.
oh no.
Okay, let's go back. Is there more that you think will be on the test or quiz coming up?
She said basically that page is gonna be the quiz.
Which page? The one that we just did?
The one that we were just on.
Okay. So let me have you graph
I mean,
some
it
things
wasn't a
here.
quiz, but it's kind of what we're gonna do in the quiz.
Okay, so I want you to graph these 4 numbers for me, please.
Okay. Um.
And let me know when you're all done, and I'll graph the answer for you.
Okay. So first is -4.
Yeah, go ahead and graph it yourself. and
Oh,
see if it, because
okay.
there's no way for me to sort of talk you through this other than to see if yours looks like mine, your answer.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. We didn't have enough pages to go through.
No problem. Go ahead and give this a try though, please.
Done.
You're all done?
Yep.
Okay. So what I would tell you to do is to pick a 0 position. I'll just pick this as 0. It doesn't really matter. And you noticed you maybe put the numbers in order, but let's go back left here. -1, -2, -3, -4. There's -4. And then -3 is right next to it. So I'll put some dots there, but then go on to the right 2, and there's another dot there, and it's 0. Does that match what you have?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. This is good. It's good that you already have this down. Let's make it a little bit harder. Let's say I wanted you to graph 1.25 and minus 0.75.
Okay. Doesn't seem too hard.
I don't think it is. I think you can do it. Do you want to give it a shot for me, please?
Yep.
Great.
Whoopsies, I messed up. Okay. I'm almost done. So, done.
All right. So again, I'm going to just say that this is 0 for the moment.
That's what I
And
did.
then 0.25 is what we're going to go up by. So this is 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and then 1.
1.
And then I'm going to label that. And then the next one is
1.5.
1.25. Good.
Yeah.
And same thing left here, minus 0.25, minus 0.5, minus 0.75, minus 1. And then I'm going to label that one there for minus 0.75.
Yep.
You got that down?
Yep.
Okay, let's try one more here. Let's graph. Let's go 7/6 and -1/6. Could you try graphing that for me, please?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, negative. Okay. Zero. 6. 1. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6. Done.
Okay, you say you're all done. You're gonna go up by 6 each time. So I might start a little bit more to the left here, but that's 0, 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6, 6 6. Okay, and then 7 6 is
7,
just
6.
yep, and then just go left 1 for the minus 1/6 there. Great, I'm glad you got that down. Let's do some absolute value problems. Now, did your instructor give you questions that are different than what you've been seeing in the homework when you get a quiz?
Wait, he gave us, I think, another page.
Okay, why don't you look real quick? We've got enough time to be able to go through some other stuff if you've got
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna ask my mom to take a picture of it.
Okay, well, you're yeah, go ahead and do that, and then we can work on some problems and while I'm waiting to get that.
Mom. Thank you, Mom. Okay, I believe my mom sent you it.
Okay, so while I'm waiting to look up that, let me ask you to try this problem here. Go ahead and give me the answer to that, please.
Okay. Did you get it? My mom sent it.
I'm checking. While I'm checking, why don't you go ahead and try this problem? I'll pull it up as soon as I got it. All right, yeah.
Okay, got it.
What is the final answer here for this?
7.
7. Very good. Okay. Yeah, so waiting on that. So let me give you another one here. Let's go absolute value of 6 minus absolute value of -2 divided by the absolute value of 2. Try something a little bit different here.
Okay. I was just rolling up this bag.
Just waiting on that
Wait,
picture to come through.
what does that mean?
This line right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's division. Maybe you haven't seen that yet. So let me get rid of that. Let's try this here. Let's have you do this first, and then put this off to the side here. We'll say
Okay.
divided by. Still not seeing anything from mom being sent over.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, what's your final answer?
4.
This part is 4, right? 6 minus 2. That's
And then
definitely
divided by
4.
the absolute value of 2, which is 2.
Final answer is 2. Good. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not seeing that picture. Let me try one more time. Your mom says she sent it over. Do you know if she texted it or emailed it?
Yeah, Mom, did you text or email? She said email.
Email. Okay. Email is slow.
Maybe it's in your junk or spam.
I always get your guys' stuff. It just hasn't come in yet. Fortunately, it will. Email always will. All right, let's try another absolute value problem. Actually, let me ask you this. Which is further from 0? The absolute value of -1 or the absolute value of 2 minus 1?
They're equal.
Yes, they are both equal to 1. Very good. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing that sheet. Doesn't look like it's come in. Yeah, maybe she could
Are you
text.
sure you sent it to the right email, Mom?
You could also ask her to just text it over and get that as well. If,
Mom, text him it. Mom. Text it to him. Okay, she said I will.
okay. All right, good. What is the absolute value of -3/4?
Just 3/4.
Just 3/4. What is the absolute value of -3/4 plus the absolute value of 0.25?
Um, 0.25
So what is 3/4 as a,
I've never done this, so I don't know.
well, we did some conversions. Do you remember what 3/4 is as a decimal?
Oh, it's 7.5.
0.75.
It's just one whole.
Yes. Good. Very good. All right. There we go. Got the picture here. Okay. Yeah. So I see, Cease, that you've got something there. Give me just a moment to get this loaded up here. And we'll get it snipped in on the screen.
Mom.
Yeah, so this is good. We can actually do something with this real quick. So we're going to make a little table here. I'm going to give you a number, like let's just go through the ones that they have here. So let's say I give you a number like 4/5. Okay. You have to decide, Mason, is it positive or negative?
Oh,
Is
positive.
4/5 it's positive. So then the next one here is whether this is greater than,
Here, you can just put so you don't have to write too much. You can just put a line down the pause or res, and then just put like a check mark or an X
okay.
if it's one of them.
So if it's greater than or less than 0, it's based on whether it's positive or negative. So do you remember
It's
which?
greater than.
Yes. And this is the greater than symbol. So
Yep,
yeah,
I know.
you don't want to, obviously you don't want to write out the words because it takes a long time. And this is right. Okay. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you some numbers and I want you to tell me.
Whoa. That makes sense.
Okay.
Left. Oh yeah. Okay. Good.
So give me the next ones here.
One. Oh. Okay. So
Is
negative.
okay.
Oh wait. I meant. Oh wait. What's the res? Is that a negative or?
Yeah, negative.
Oh,
Positive or
okay.
negative. Now, is it greater
Um.
than or less than 0?
Oh, it's so then.
It's less than 0.
And
And it's
it's
less than.
left.
Yes, and it's left. Good. Perfect. Okay, let's have you try another one here. Let's say it's the absolute value of 1.2.
So it's just 1.2 positive,
Positive.
greater than.
Okay,
Right.
perfect. Okay. So here's what you might see on your test or quiz tomorrow. Now that I've seen a couple other questions here. Instructors really like this one. They want to ask you minus 0.3 minus 0.1, and they'll say put something in the circle here, either greater than, a less than, or equal to. Did you see any
Yeah.
problems like that?
Yeah, that was in the ones, but I didn't send you it because I figured that I already knew them
Okay.
because I
Would,
did that in like third grade.
okay, so can you give me the correct answer here? Which symbol is
It's
it? Is it
one.
A, B, or C? Which one?
Oh, B.
It is B. Okay. How about the absolute value of negative 0.3, negative 0.1 absolute value?
Um, it's A.
It's A. Good. Yeah, you actually do know that. That's good. That's really good. All right, let's try, let me snip in another question here from your assignment. I'm going to snip in 15. I'm sure you can tell me the answer, but I want us to talk about what words to write with the answer. Okay,
If
so
we run out of time, if we like run out of things to do, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom really bad.
okay, can you be back in like 2 minutes or less so we can keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, go and come back.
Okay. Can I mute real quick?
Yes.
Hopefully that's under 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at the couple more problems here, Mason. Make sure to get these answered for you. So it says, which number is greater, 0.3 or minus 0.7? Can you give me the answer to that?
Oh, it's 0.7. No. Yeah, 0.3.
That's correct. Okay. Now the reason, I don't really know if they mean actually inductively, but they're looking for words like further from 0.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird because it's 0.7, which kind of throws you off because it's under 1, but it's
Right.
also above negative.
Right. Sorry, I misspoke there. It's which one is more to the right.
Yeah,
Okay. Or
because right is good.
further to the right, I should say. Okay. So
Mhm.
and if they ask which one is smaller, it's which one is further to the left. That would be your
The
way.
numbers are swapped.
Yeah.
Wait, no, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at 16 real quick.
Tell me if you need me to send you another paper. Actually,
No,
we only have
no,
10 minutes, so I think we'll have enough.
the lessons are actually 50 minutes, so we're pretty much out of time, but we're gonna do at least this problem here. Make sure you get
Okay.
through it. So Jacqueline thinks that minus 1/2 is greater than 1/4 because it is farther from 0 on the number line. Is her thinking correct?
Nope.
No, because it's greater if it's farther to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, we always think of positives over here and negatives over there. Are there any final questions I can answer for you, Mason, before we close out?
No, I don't think so. I think this is a pretty good lesson.
Okay, well, I'm going to send you the notes here shortly. Please take some time to review them if you have time before your test, and I'll see you next time. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye now.